Hello and welcome back. And today, or right now, looking at speed limit, a Python exercise from Codewars. Absolutely. The police, the Popo, have placed radars that will detect those vehicles that exceed the speed limit on that road. If the driver's speed is 10 km per hour to 19 above the speed limit, the fine will be $100. If it is exceeded by 20 to 29, the fine will be $250. And if it is exceeded by 30 or more, or actually it says exceeded by more than 30, the fine will be 500 smackaroonies. Okay. You're going to be provided with the speed limits of the roads, of those roads, with radar as a collection of speed limits. Well, this is a list of integers, of course, and they're going to specify the speed limits to translate it correctly. These are going to be the speed limits in this list. And moving down, scroll. And the speed of the driver will be the same on all the roads and can never be negative. And I don't even understand the last sentence. Yeah, I'll just explain it in my own terms. Yeah, we get a lot of these that are just like, the explanations are just not that good and not explained well. Anyway, don't mean to bag on these dudes. All right. You're going to get, there's going to be two arguments, speed and signals. Speed will be the driver's speed. Signals will be the different speed limits on the roads, even though I think it talks about one road in the first paragraph. Okay, speed limits on all the roads. The objective is to total up the fine. So if we look at speed 100 and the limits of 110 and 180, we see like we compare 100 to 110. Does it exceed the speed limit? It does not. So there's no fine there. 100 to 100, there's no fine there because it doesn't exceed the speed limit. And then you go over to 80. 80, there is a fine because you are 20 over the speed limit. The big 20. 100 minus 80 is 20, I think. And so you look up here to your kind of chart here. If it's 20 to 29, the fine will be $250. Thus, the overall is $250. So you just accumulate the fines according to how much over the speed limit this individual is, and the fines according to that. That's it. Pretty straightforward. So, diving in, as we always do about this time. I'm going to get speed and signal. So the speed, yeah. First I'm going to make the fine equal to 0 because I'm going to total up the fine. Of course, it's going to start at 0 and I will accumulate it. And what I devised is looping through the speed limits on the roads. And for each speed limit, comparing it to the driver's speed to see if the driver's speed exceeds it. If it does exceed it, then the fine will be assessed. So I'll set it up like this. I'm slurring my words, homie. Okay. I have not been drinking. Just water. So limit is going to be each speed limit, and I'm going to compare each speed limit to the speed that this individual is going at. And I'm going to say, if their speed minus the limit is, for the first one, greater than or equal to 10 and less than or equal to 19, which is the first range, then I'm going to assess a fine of 100 smackaroonies. It's interesting that, well, I'm not going to say anything about the country that this thing is originated in. I'll leave that. Okay. And we do an elif. And this is wrong. Mistyped. And then next is going to be 20. That's kind of the next thing of the next thing of the thing, right? Very specific. And that range I have is wrong on the first, so change it up. So greater than or equal to 20. So you probably see what's going on here. I'm just making ranges and then assessing the find based on the range. So this one is pretty simple. But I guess it is good conditional practice. I think I will use this in one of my courses actually. I have a unit coming up on conditional logic, and this is a good one for my conditional, or I'll stop. It's rambling. All right, 100, 250, 500. Got all the finds. That's good. I'm just going to return the find because it will have been totaled up, and that is good. All right. I think I said all right too much. I've said that in other videos. And what do we got here? Aha. Semicolon. Great. And so interestingly, it said great here. That's dope. It says a few different things like, well, impressive and excellent and all this stuff, and just happened to say great when I said great. That's cool. Okay, well, here we are with this one. It is, what's the name of this thing? I just picked this one out. Yeah, speed limit, Codewars, and yeah, I just killed my solution. Anyway. Well, I can look here. I can show you. There you go. Here's that solution. So I like to show the solution at the end to y'all. There you go. There's the beautiful solution, and goodbye, you beautiful people. And this beautiful person is out. See y'all later.